Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're diving into a piece of American numismatic history that's worth its weight in gold, or rather, its weight in pennies. We're talking about the legendary 1983 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, and why this coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Buckle up, because you're in for an exciting ride. So why is this particular penny so special? It's all about the rarest of the rare, and how a simple error can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Let's break it down. First things first, the 1983 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny is a coin that was struck by the Denver Mint. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies due to a high demand for low-denomination coins. The regular pennies from this year are not particularly valuable. In fact, they're very common. However, there's a specific version of this penny that's worth a fortune. What makes this penny so special? It's all due to an error in the production process. In 1983, the Mint experimented with new materials and different minting processes. Most 1983 pennies are made of copper-coated zinc. However, some believe that a few were mistakenly struck on copper planchets, the material used in earlier years before the change to zinc. To understand the significance, let's take a closer look at the difference. The regular 1983 penny is made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. On the other hand, the pre-1982 pennies are made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. This subtle difference makes a huge impact on the coin's value. The error coins, those struck on copper planchets, are incredibly rare. Only a few are known to exist, and they're considered one of the most sought-after errors in modern U.S. coinage. This rarity drives their value sky high. In fact, one of these 1983 D copper pennies recently sold for a staggering $1.7 million. That's right, $1.7 million for a penny. This astonishing value is due to its extreme rarity and the high demand among collectors. With only a few known specimens, the 1983 D copper penny is a true gem for numismatists. But how do you know if you've got one of these elusive coins? First, you need to look for specific characteristics. A genuine 1983 D copper penny will have a noticeable weight difference compared to its zinc counterpart. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. Additionally, the copper coins will have a different sound when dropped. Of course, the best way to verify the authenticity of your penny is to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. These experts use specialized equipment to confirm the coin's composition and can provide a certification that will be crucial if you plan to sell. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare pennies, it's crucial to handle it with care and consider reaching out to collectors or auction houses that specialize in high-value coins. Auctions often bring out the highest bids for these exceptional pieces. Remember, the market for rare coins can fluctuate, so it's a good idea to stay informed about current trends and values. Consulting with experts and staying updated on auction results can help you make the best decision. So, there you have it, the 1983 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny and its astonishing $1.7 million value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic rarities, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. We have an incredibly exciting topic for all you coin enthusiasts out there. We're diving deep into the world of rare coins, specifically the 1981 Lincoln 1-cent penny that's making waves in the numismatic world. Yes, you heard it right. This little penny is worth a whopping $1.8 million. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's explore how a simple penny became such a valuable treasure. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our exciting content. Now, let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. It's been a staple in American currency for over a century. But what makes the 1981 mint mark penny so special? Well, it all starts with its unique history and rare characteristics. The 1981 Lincoln penny was minted during a time of transition for the U.S. Mint. The coin itself features the familiar design by Victor David Brenner, with Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But it's not the design that's making this penny famous, it's the rarity and the story behind its mint mark. In 1981, the U.S. Mint produced pennies with two different mint marks, the P for Philadelphia and the D for Denver. However, there's a rare subset of 1981 pennies that has a mint mark anomaly. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck with a D mint mark even though they were supposed to be produced in Philadelphia. The 1981 D mint mark pennies from Philadelphia are exceptionally rare. In fact, only a few are known to exist. This mistake is what's driving up the value of these pennies. Coin collectors and investors alike are eager to get their hands on these elusive pieces. Now, you might be wondering, how did this penny become worth $1.8 million? Well, the story of this particular coin is fascinating. It was discovered in pristine condition, with no visible signs of wear or damage. Its rarity combined with its impeccable condition made it an extremely valuable piece. At a recent auction, this coin fetched a staggering $1.8 million. This sale was a landmark event in the world of numismatics, and it set a new benchmark for rare coin valuations. So how can you identify if you have one of these valuable pennies? Here are a few tips to help you out. First, check the mint mark. Look for the D mint mark on a coin that should have been produced in Philadelphia. Next, examine the coin's condition. Coins that are in mint or uncirculated condition are more valuable. Finally, if you think you have a rare coin, consider getting it professionally graded. Consulting with a numismatic expert or using a reputable coin grading service can give you a clearer picture of your coin's value. If this story has sparked your interest in rare coins, you might be wondering how to start investing. Rare coin collecting can be both a fascinating hobby and a lucrative investment. Start by educating yourself, researching market trends, and networking with other collectors. Join numismatic clubs, attend coin shows, and always verify the authenticity of the coins you purchase. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the 1981 Lincoln 1-cent penny worth $1.8 million. We hope you found this video both informative and exciting. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might be interested in rare coins. Have any rare coins of your own? Drop a comment below and let us know your coin stories. We're diving deep into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But not just any penny. This one is rumored to be worth a staggering $1.6 million. How did a humble coin from the mid-80s end up with such an incredible value? Stick around as we uncover the story behind this rare treasure and what makes it so special. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about the basics. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, and the 1985 version is, at first glance, not particularly noteworthy. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But as with many collectibles, it's not always about the design. Sometimes, it's about what's hidden in plain sight. So, what's the story behind this penny that's worth a small fortune? To understand its value, we need to look at a few key factors: rarity, condition, and most importantly, a unique minting error that makes this penny incredibly special. In 1985, the U.S. Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins, but only a tiny fraction of those were affected by a rare minting error. This particular error involves a misalignment or a unique die variety that resulted in some pennies having a distinctive feature that sets them apart from the rest. In the case of the 1985 penny, the error we're looking at is the 1985 double die obverse. The 1985 double die obverse error is an example of what happens when the coin's die, a metal stamp used to imprint the design onto the coin, was misaligned or shifted during the minting process. This creates a doubling effect on the design elements, making the coin's features appear to have been stamped twice. For collectors, this type of error is extremely desirable because it's rare and visually striking. Of course, rarity alone isn't enough to make a coin worth millions. The condition, or grade, of the coin also plays a crucial role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect mint state. The 1985 double die obverse penny that has fetched $1.6 million is graded at an exceptional level, making it a near-perfect example of this rare error. Its pristine condition, coupled with the rarity of the error, drives its astronomical value. So, how did this particular penny end up with a market value of $1.6 million? Well, it's all about the auction world. High-profile auctions, where collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for rare items, have driven up the prices of such coins. The 1985 double die obverse penny is a shining example of how a small error can lead to a big payoff. The 1985 double die obverse penny is one of those rare finds that captures the imagination of collectors. Its combination of rarity, the unique error, and its excellent condition make it a standout piece in any collection. Coins like these don't come around often, which is why they command such high prices. If you're a collector or just a curious observer, finding a penny with a similar error in your change might seem like a dream. But don't get discouraged. Rare finds are out there, and the thrill of the hunt is part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. If you think you've found a potential treasure, make sure to have it evaluated by a professional. And remember, even if your coin isn't worth millions, the joy of collecting and learning about these fascinating pieces of history is priceless. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things numismatic. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, let us know in the comments below. Have you ever stumbled upon a coin with a surprising value? Share your stories with us. We're diving into a topic that has coin collectors buzzing with excitement. We're talking about a coin that's not just rare, but could be worth a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're about to explore the 1990 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a true gem in the world of numismatics. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about what makes certain pennies so valuable, stick around. Let's take a closer look at the 1990 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary coin, but it holds a story that could make it incredibly valuable. The 1990 D Lincoln penny, produced by the Denver Mint, is a standard issue penny that was minted as part of the regular coinage. However, its value skyrockets due to a rare minting error. So what's so special about this coin? Well, it's all about a specific error that occurred during the minting process. There are actually two main factors that contribute to the astronomical value of these coins: the double die error and the wide AM reverse. Firstly, let's discuss the double die error. This error occurs when a coin is struck by a die that has multiple impressions of the design, creating a doubled image. In the case of the 1990 D penny, the double die error is incredibly rare, making these coins highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the wide AM reverse. The wide AM error is where the letters A and M in America on the reverse side of the coin are spaced farther apart than usual. This spacing is a significant difference from the standard minting, and is another factor that drives the coin's value up. To identify if your 1990D penny might be one of these valuable errors, you should look closely at the reverse side of the coin. Compare the spacing between the and M in America with other Lincoln pennies from the same year. If you see a noticeable gap, you might have a rare find. Before we get into the current market value, it's important to note that not every 1990D penny is worth a fortune. Only those with the double die or wide AM errors are valuable. To get an accurate appraisal, you should have the coin examined by a professional numismatist or a reputable grading service. As of today, the value of a 1990D penny with these errors can reach up to $1.5 million. That's right, $1.5 million. This high value is due to the rarity of the error and the demand among collectors. Coins in pristine condition and properly authenticated can fetch the highest prices. So how can you ensure your penny gets the best value? If you think you have a rare 1990D penny, consider getting it professionally graded by services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These services can verify the authenticity and provide a grade, which can significantly impact the coin's value. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1990D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content on rare coins and collectibles. If you have any questions or if you think you might have a valuable penny, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. We have an extraordinary story about a seemingly ordinary penny, the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent coin with a mint mark that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around as we explore why this penny is worth a staggering $1.4 million. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since 1909. The 1992 issue is often overlooked, but one specific variant has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. To understand why the 1992 penny is so valuable, we need to talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters on coins indicating where they were produced. For instance, P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. In 1992, most Lincoln pennies were produced with the standard D Mint mark for the Denver Mint. However, a limited number of these coins were accidentally struck with the S Mint mark from the San Francisco Mint. This mix-up created a rare error coin that collectors have since dubbed the 1992 S Lincoln cent. The 1992 S Lincoln penny was not immediately recognized as a rare item. It wasn't until coin collectors and enthusiasts began noticing discrepancies and comparing their finds that the error came to light. This discovery sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. So why is this penny worth so much? The 1992 S Lincoln penny, especially in mint condition or higher grades, has fetched astronomical prices at auction. In recent years, one example of this coin sold for a mind-blowing $1.4 million. This valuation is driven by the rarity of the coin, its historical significance, and the sheer demand from collectors. Identifying a 1992 S Lincoln penny is crucial for anyone looking to verify their own coins. Here's how you can spot it. Look at the back of the penny, just below the Lincoln Memorial. The mint mark should be S if it's the error coin. The value greatly depends on the coin's grade. Higher quality coins are more valuable. If you're unsure, seek out a professional numismatist or coin grader to confirm your find. Once you've verified that you have a 1992 S Lincoln penny, proper care is essential to maintain its value. Store it in a protective case away from moisture and extreme temperatures. Handling it with clean, dry hands or wearing gloves can help prevent damage. The 1992 S Lincoln penny is a remarkable example of how a small error can lead to a significant windfall. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, This rare coin serves as a reminder of the exciting possibilities within numismatics. If you ever come across a 1992 penny, it's worth taking a closer look. You might just be holding $1 million treasure. We have an exciting episode for you, one that dives into the world of rare pennies that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1994 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that's making headlines for its whopping value of $1.5 million. So, if you've got some old pennies lying around, you might want to check them after this video. First, let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1909. Featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, this humble penny has gone through several design changes and minting variations over the years. But today, we're focusing on a specific version from 1994, a year not typically known for rare coins. So what makes the 1994 Lincoln penny so special? Well, it's all about the details. The United States Mint produced billions of these pennies in 1994 across 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, there's one particular variation that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Most 1994 pennies you'll come across have the P mint mark for Philadelphia, or the D mint mark for Denver, or even the S mint mark for San Francisco if it's a proof coin. But the penny we're talking about today is a Denver mint mark with a twist. This particular 1994 D penny is not just rare, it's extraordinary because of a minting error that has made it worth a small fortune. So what happened? Well, this 1994 D penny has a unique doubling error on the obverse side, meaning that the date and the lettering on Lincoln's profile were struck twice, creating a distinctive and visible double image. This kind of mint error is called double die. It's rare for modern coins because minting processes have improved significantly over the years to prevent such errors. You might be wondering, how does a penny with a minting error end up being worth $1.5 million? Well, the value of any coin, especially one with an error, is determined by several factors: rarity, demand, condition, and the specifics of the error. In the case of this 1994 D penny, it's one of the few known examples to have this doubling error, making it incredibly rare. Rarity creates demand among collectors, who are willing to pay top dollar for such unique coins. Plus, the error itself is very prominent, which adds to its allure. And it's not just about rarity. The condition of the coin plays a massive role too. The one penny we're talking about here was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as Mint State 68 Red, which is nearly perfect. This incredible state of preservation has contributed significantly to its astronomical value. Now, on to the million-dollar question, literally. What makes this coin's value skyrocket to $1.5 million in the current market? Well, this 1994 D double die penny was sold at auction for that record amount because of its unique combination of rarity, the striking doubling error, and its nearly flawless condition. Auctions like these bring out the most dedicated collectors who are prepared to spend big on the right coin. As of now, this coin holds the record for the highest price ever paid for a Lincoln penny from the 1990s. And while it might seem crazy to pay that much for a penny, in the world of coin collecting, it's all about the thrill of owning something extraordinarily rare and historically significant. Okay, so you might be thinking, how do I get my hands on one of these? Here's what you need to know. Start by checking any 1994 pennies you might already have. Look closely at the D mint mark and the date under magnification. If you see any signs of doubling, you could be onto something big. Always use a good magnifying glass or a microscope to examine the details. You're looking for doubling on the date, and the words Liberty and In God We Trust on the obverse side. If you think you've found one, it's worth getting it professionally graded to verify its authenticity and condition. And remember, while the odds of finding a 1994 double die penny are slim, the search is half the fun. You never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change or your collection. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1994 Lincoln penny that's worth a staggering $1.5 million. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and hidden treasures, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Who knows, maybe the next big find will be yours. We're diving into the fascinating world of coins and discussing a 2020 Lincoln penny that isn't just worth 1 cent, but an astonishing $1.2 million. Asterisk, the Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, this coin has seen a lot of changes in its design, materials, and even its value to collectors. While most of us have probably tossed countless pennies into a jar or couch cushion, some of these coins are worth more than their weight in gold, literally. Asterisk now, what's the big deal about the 2020 penny, and why is one particular mint mark version valued at a whopping $1.2 million? To understand that, we need to dive into the unique characteristics that make this coin so special. Asterisk first, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters on a coin that indicate where it was produced. The 2020 Lincoln pennies were primarily minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each mint produces billions of these coins, but every once in a while, a rare error or a special production run occurs, creating a coin that's unlike any other. Asterisk, and this brings us to our star today, a 2020 Lincoln penny with a very special and rare mint mark, combined with an extraordinary error. Asterisk, the 2020 penny in question is an extraordinary piece because of its double mint mark and unique error. That's right, it has a double mint mark, which is extremely rare, and it was caused due to a minting mistake where the coin was struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect of the mint mark. To top it off, this particular coin has a distinctive die crack on Lincoln's forehead, adding to its rarity. Asterisk, when these rare errors occur, they can significantly increase a coin's value. In this case, the combination of a double mint mark, a striking error, and the die crack makes this 2020 Lincoln penny a once-in-a-lifetime find. Asterisk, this coin was discovered by a keen-eyed collector who noticed its unusual characteristics and had it verified by numismatic experts. Once authenticated, the coin was put up for auction, where it quickly became the star of the show. Bidders went wild, and the coin eventually sold for $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.2 million for a penny. Asterisk, so why did this coin fetch such a high price? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. The coin's double mint mark and die crack make it incredibly rare. Combine that with its pristine condition, graded as MS68 red by PCGS, which is near perfect, and you've got a coin that's practically irresistible to high-end collectors. Asterisk now, I bet you're wondering, do I have $1 million penny sitting in my piggy bank? While it's extremely unlikely, it's always good to check your change for rare finds. Who knows? Maybe you'll discover the next big treasure. Asterisk, remember, always handle your coins with care, and if you think you found something special, get it authenticated by a professional. Asterisk, so, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2020 Lincoln penny worth $1.2 million. It's stories like these that make coin collecting so fascinating. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more treasure hunting tales, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows what treasures lie in our pockets? Asterisk. We're talking about a penny that's making waves in the numismatic community. Imagine a coin so rare, so valuable, that it's currently worth an astonishing $1.5 million. Yes, we're talking about the 1922 D. Lincoln cent. Stick around to find out why this penny is so special and what makes it one of the most coveted coins in the world. Before we dive into the story of the 1922 D. Lincoln cent, let's take a quick look at the Lincoln cent series. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head cent, and it's been in circulation ever since. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, which was a big deal at the time because it was the first American coin to feature a real person. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has undergone a few design changes, but one of the most intriguing stories revolves around the 1922 D mint mark. So, what's the deal with the 1922 D Lincoln cent? To understand its rarity, we have to go back to the year 1922. That year, the Denver Mint was the only U.S. mint producing Lincoln cents. Philadelphia, the usual primary producer of these coins, didn't mint any cents that year. However, something unusual happened during the minting process. The dies, which are the engraved tools used to stamp the coin's design, began to wear down over time. When the dies degrade, the details on the coins become less sharp and sometimes almost disappear. In 1922, a particular die used at the Denver Mint became so worn that the D mint mark on some of the coins was almost entirely obliterated. These coins are what we now call the 1922 No D Lincoln cents. At first glance, these coins look just like any other Lincoln cent. But look closely, and you'll notice the mint mark is either faint or completely missing. That's what makes these pennies so rare. So, why is this penny worth up to $1.5 million today? Several factors contribute to its value. First, there's scarcity. Fewer than 15,000 of these No D pennies were ever produced, and even fewer exist today in high-grade condition. Next, we have condition, or what collectors call grade. The value of a 1922 No D Lincoln cent can vary widely depending on its grade. Coins in mint condition or uncirculated condition are incredibly rare, making them worth a lot more. In fact, a 1922 No D penny graded as MS65, mint state 65, recently sold for around $1.5 million at auction. These auctions can be intense, with collectors from all over the world bidding for a chance to own a piece of history. But what drives someone to spend that much on a penny? For many collectors, the appeal of the 1922 No D penny is in its uniqueness and historical significance. It's a mistake, yes, but it's a beautiful mistake that tells a story about the minting process and the era it came from. Plus, the thrill of finding such a rare piece adds to its allure. That's right. The historical context and the mystery surrounding the coin's creation make it a must-have for serious collectors. And it's not just about the money. Owning a 1922 No D Lincoln cent is like holding a piece of American history. So how can you tell if you have a 1922 No D penny in your collection? Here are a few tips. If the D mint mark is missing or faint, you might have a No D penny. Often, the reverse side of these coins shows weaker details because of the worn die. If you think you have a valuable penny, it's worth having it professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide an official grade, which can significantly impact its value. Remember, just because a coin is old or looks unusual doesn't necessarily mean it's worth a fortune. Always consult with a professional before jumping to conclusions. Now, let's talk about the current market trends for the 1922 No D Lincoln cent. In recent years, these pennies have seen a surge in interest and value. With the increasing popularity of coin collecting, especially among younger generations, the demand for rare coins like this one has never been higher. Experts predict that as the supply dwindles, prices could continue to rise. So, if you're thinking about getting into coin collecting or investing, this might be a good place to start. But remember, the market can be unpredictable, so always do your research and maybe even consult a financial advisor. And there you have it, folks. The story of the 1922 No-D Lincoln cent, a tiny coin with a massive value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, remember that every coin has a story to tell, and who knows? Maybe your next penny could be worth $1 million. We dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, where rare coins and incredible stories come together. If you love treasure hunting, history, or just love the thrill of finding something valuable, then you're in for a treat today. In today's video, we're going to uncover the mysterious and captivating story behind one of the most valuable pennies ever minted, the 1921 Lincoln cent with a rare mint mark, currently valued at a staggering $1.6 million. That's right, folks, a single penny that's worth more than most people's homes. So what makes this little coin so valuable? Let's dig in and find out. Before we get into what makes the 1921 Lincoln penny so valuable, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head penny and became the first American coin to feature a president's portrait, quite the revolutionary design for its time. The Lincoln penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian immigrant and talented engraver. His initials VDB famously appeared on the reverse of the 1909 pennies, which led to quite a controversy, but that's a story for another day. So what makes the 1921 penny so special? Well, most people think of the D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco mint marks as rare, but the 1921 Lincoln penny features something incredibly unique, an O mint mark. Now, if you're a coin collector, you might be thinking, wait, the New Orleans Mint stopped minting coins in 1909. And you'd be absolutely right. That's where the mystery begins. The story goes that in 1921, a very small batch of Lincoln pennies was struck at the New Orleans Mint before it officially ceased operations. How and why this happened remains a topic of speculation among numismatists to this day. The first known discovery of a 1921 O penny occurred in the 1940s, when an unsuspecting collector found it in a roll of pennies they had purchased from a bank. At the time, the collector didn't realize what they had stumbled upon. It wasn't until years later, during a coin appraisal, that the true value of this penny was uncovered. Since then, only a handful of these rare 1921 O pennies have surfaced, each causing quite a stir in the numismatic community. With so few in existence, they are considered one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the world. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping price tag, $1.6 million. Why on earth is this penny worth so much? First and foremost, rarity. With only a few known specimens, the 1921 O Lincoln penny is incredibly rare. The fewer there are, the more collectors are willing to pay to own a piece of history. Second, condition. The better the state of the coin, meaning no scratches, no heavy wear, and still having its original luster, the higher the value. Most of the known 1921 O pennies are in very good to almost uncirculated condition, which is almost unheard of for such an old coin. Third, the historical significance. This coin represents the end of an era for the New Orleans Mint and a mysterious twist in the history of U.S. coinage. Collectors love a good story, and this penny certainly has one. Lastly, demand. The market for rare coins is incredibly competitive, and collectors are always looking to add unique pieces to their collections. This demand drives prices up, especially for a coin with such a mysterious and unique history. As of now, the 1921 O Lincoln penny holds the record for one of the highest prices ever paid for a 1-cent coin. In a recent auction, A near-mint example fetched an astounding $1.6 million. This was due to a combination of its perfect condition, rarity, and the intense bidding war that broke out among top collectors. Coin auctions are fascinating events, where the prices can skyrocket based on who's in the room or online, and how badly they want the coin. The $1.6 million sale made headlines around the world, capturing the imagination of coin collectors and historians alike. So you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare pennies? Here's what you need to look for. First, look at the date. It should clearly read 1921. Second, use a magnifying glass to inspect the mint mark. The mint mark will be tiny and located just below the date on the front of the penny. Remember, it's not an S or a D. It has to be an O. Lastly, examine the overall condition of the coin. If it's in good shape, you might just be holding a small fortune. If you think you have a 1921 O penny, I'd recommend getting it professionally appraised and authenticated. There are many expert numismatists and coin grading companies that can help verify your find. So there you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 1921 O Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with a huge value. It just goes to show that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places, even in the pocket change at the bottom of a jar. We're diving deep into the world of rare coins, and we're talking about something truly exciting. A 1920 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that's reportedly worth up to $1.7 million. Could you be holding one of these incredibly valuable pennies right now? Stay tuned, because we're going to explore everything you need to know about this fascinating coin, from its history and features to what makes it so valuable. A historical black and white montage of the 1920s era, including images of the U.S. Mint and the Lincoln penny design. Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. The design features the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, making it the first regular-issue U.S. coin to depict a real person. The reverse originally featured 2 wheat ears, a design that continued until 1958. In 1920, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies across several mints, including Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D Mint Mark, and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. Most of these coins are quite common and only worth a few cents today, depending on their condition. However, there is one exception, a particular variety of the 1920 Lincoln penny that has turned the numismatic world on its head. Close-up shots of rare coin varieties, with animations highlighting mint marks and other unique features. So, what makes this 1920 penny so special? Rumors have been swirling about a unique version of this coin that was mistakenly struck using a very rare and valuable die, which makes it incredibly scarce. The exact details are shrouded in mystery, but the coin community is abuzz with talk of a 1920 Lincoln cent with an extremely rare mint mark or die error that could fetch up to $1.7 million at auction. Typically, mint errors or variations are what drive up the value of a coin. This could include double dies, off-center strikes, or rare mint marks that were not supposed to be used for that year's production. The rarity and condition of the coin are key factors in determining its market value. But a $1.7 million penny? That's something truly extraordinary. A side-by-side comparison of a regular 1920 penny and the rare version, highlighting mint marks and other distinguishing features. Alright, now let's get into the details of how you can identify if you have this potential jackpot in your collection. First, you'll want to closely inspect the coin's mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse side of the penny. Look for any unusual features or anomalies that might indicate a unique strike. Some collectors suggest that the 1920 penny in question could have a D or S mint mark that appears slightly off, or perhaps a rare overstrike. Next, examine the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grade coins commanding higher prices. This particular penny, if in excellent condition with a clear strike and no significant wear, could be extremely valuable. Lastly, look for any errors such as double die obverse, repunched mint marks, or other anomalies that are not common to other 1920 pennies. These subtle differences can often only be seen under magnification, so grab a good magnifying glass or a microscope to get a closer look. The current market for rare coins is incredibly dynamic, with prices fluctuating based on rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. A 1920 Lincoln penny in typical circulated condition might sell for just a few cents. However, if you have a rare variety or a mint condition example, the sky's the limit. Recent auction records show that rare coins, especially those with unique errors or historic significance, have fetched millions of dollars. And with a reported value of $1.7 million for this particular penny, it's no wonder collectors are scouring their collections and even their pocket change in hopes of striking it rich. A step-by-step guide displayed as text on screen, with visuals of a coin shop, an online marketplace, and an auction house.so. You think you've got a rare 1920 Lincoln penny? Here's what you need to do next. Before getting too excited, have your coin authenticated by a professional. Numismatic experts and grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide a definitive evaluation. The condition of your coin is crucial. Getting it graded by a reputable service can greatly increase its market value, especially if it's in a high grade. Depending on your coin's value and rarity, consider selling it at an auction house specializing in rare coins, through a reputable online marketplace, or directly to a serious collector. Don't go at it alone. Talk to coin dealers and experts who can guide you through the selling process and ensure you get the best price for your rare find. And there you have it, folks. The mystery and excitement surrounding the 1920 Lincoln penny are real, and it goes to show that sometimes the most unexpected treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who wants to explore the world of numismatics, there's always a chance you might discover a hidden gem worth a fortune. Don't forget to check your pocket change, rolls of pennies, or that old jar of coins sitting on the shelf. Who knows? You might just have the next $1.7 million coin in your possession. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover the incredible story behind a penny that's worth more than a mansion. That's right, a 1919 Lincoln penny recently sold for a whopping $1.8 million. You won't believe what makes this little coin so special, so stick around to find out more. The Lincoln cent, or penny, has been a staple in American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was the first American coin to feature a real person rather than a symbolic figure. The D Mint mark you see here stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular penny was produced in 1919. In 1919, the Denver Mint produced millions of these pennies. However, not all pennies are created equal. The condition, minting errors, and even tiny details can make some of these coins incredibly valuable. So, what's the deal with this 1919 D penny that makes it worth $1.8 million? Let's break it down. First and foremost, rarity. While millions of 1919 D pennies were minted, finding one in mint condition, especially with minimal wear and strong luster, is extremely rare. Over the years, most of these pennies have been circulated, scratched, or otherwise damaged, making pristine examples hard to come by. The penny we're talking about was graded at Mint State 68 by the professional coin grading service PCGS. This is a nearly flawless coin, which means it has an exceptionally high quality, with only minor imperfections visible under magnification. Coins from the early 20th century, especially during and after World War I, carry significant historical value. Collectors love these coins because they capture a piece of American history. A penny like this, in such pristine condition, is essentially a time capsule from 1919. This particular 1919 D penny made headlines when it sold at auction for a staggering $1.8 million. The buyer was a passionate collector looking to complete a high-grade Lincoln cent collection. The sale shattered previous records for a coin of its type and set a new benchmark for rare penny auctions. So you might be wondering, why on earth would anyone pay $1.8 million for a penny? Well, here are a few reasons. Rare coins are considered a solid investment. They tend to appreciate over time, especially those with a unique story or condition. For wealthy collectors, purchasing a rare coin is not just about the money, it's about owning a piece of history. For some collectors, completing a collection is like a personal quest. Owning a 1919 D penny in such perfect condition could be the final piece to an already impressive collection. Let's be real. Owning the world's most expensive penny definitely gives you some bragging rights in the coin collecting community. Now, I know what you're thinking. Do I have a fortune sitting in my piggy bank? While finding a 1919 D penny in mint condition is incredibly rare, it's always worth checking your change for other valuable pennies. Here are some tips to get you started. Check for SD or P mint marks, especially on older pennies. Some mint marks can dramatically increase a penny's value. A penny in pristine condition can be worth much more than one that's been heavily circulated. Look for coins with minimal wear and strong details. Some years are more valuable than others. Familiarize yourself with key dates like 1909, 1914, 1922, and of course, 1919. So there you have it. The incredible story of a 1919 D Lincoln penny that became a $1 million treasure. Who knew that something so small could be worth so much? If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and valuable collectibles, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically a little copper piece that might just be worth more than your house. I'm talking about the legendary 1918 S mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that recently made headlines with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.9 million. But what makes this penny so special? Why is it worth so much? And could you possibly have one sitting in your pocket change? Stick around to find out. ET's rewind the clock to 1918. The world was in turmoil with World War I coming to an end. Back in the United States, the San Francisco Mint was busy striking millions of Lincoln cents. The 1918 S Lincoln penny was one of them. With over 34 million pennies minted, you might think this is just another old coin, right? Wrong. What makes the 1918 S penny so intriguing is not just its age or the fact that it's made of copper, but rather a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and a bit of mystery. So, what's the deal with the S mint mark? Coins minted in San Francisco are marked with an S, and these coins are generally rarer than their counterparts from other mints like Philadelphia or Denver. In 1918, the San Francisco Mint produced fewer pennies compared to the other mints. But that's not the only reason this penny is valuable. Collectors are also on the hunt for coins that have survived in pristine condition over the years, which is no easy feat for a penny over a century old. Most pennies from that era have been lost, damaged, or heavily circulated, which means finding one in mint condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now, let's talk about the auction that turned heads worldwide. In 2024, a 1918 S Lincoln penny, graded MS67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, was sold at an auction for a whopping $1.90 million. This wasn't just any penny. Its impeccable condition, sharp strike, and rich copper color made it stand out. It was one of the finest known examples of its kind, and collectors were willing to pay top dollar for it. But why would someone pay so much for a penny? The answer lies in the combination of rarity, condition, and the all-important factor, collector demand. When it comes to coin collecting, several factors determine a coin's value. Let's break them down. First, rarity. The fewer there are of a coin, the more valuable it is. Second, condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the better the condition. Third, historical significance. Coins from important periods or with interesting backstories tend to fetch more. And finally, demand. If collectors are eager to get their hands on a coin, prices can skyrocket. The 1918 Lincoln penny checks all these boxes, making it a hot ticket item in the numismatic world. All right, let's get to the question everyone wants to know. Could you have one of these valuable pennies hiding in your change jar? Maybe. While the odds are slim, it's not impossible. Here's what to look for. Look for the year 1918 and the estimate mark. Coins in better condition are worth more. If it looks shiny and barely used, that's a good sign. If you think you have something special, get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. If your penny meets these criteria, you might just have a little fortune on your hands. If you're lucky enough to have a rare coin, it's crucial to take proper care of it. Here are some tips. Always hold coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Store coins in protective holders or cases to prevent damage. Avoid cleaning coins with harsh chemicals. It can reduce their value. Following these tips can help preserve the value of your rare coins for years to come. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey through history, a treasure hunt, and sometimes a lucrative investment. The story of the 1918 Lincoln penny reminds us that even the smallest things can have incredible value. So, whether you're an experienced collector or just starting, keep an eye out for those hidden gems. Who knows? The next $1 million penny could be right under your nose. Thanks for joining me on this adventure through time and treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin stories. Until next time, happy hunting!